I know it's funny. The other souls I know would say the same thing. All right.
No. Trust me, I'm the souls, and I've been on YouTube since 2015. No other souls can ever chat to me. Like I'm the main souls. Like whoever's picking their name as souls and all this. Like we only know one souls. That's it. Big up souls, isn't it?
Yeah, you're gonna have to beef someone's parents, then, isn't it? Damn.
Football is back, ladies and gentlemen, which now means it's time to get your team's football shirt. But I'm not trying to pay £120 for a football shirt. I'm just saying. But I have found the solution for myself and for you, the lovely audience of the Don Husam channel, with your own coupon promo code. And this is the solution, ladies and gentlemen. All you've got to do is just go to okjersey.com. As you guys can see, all the options are there. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan, you guys already know. And then this is the shirt. Look how amazing it looks. I'm just gonna go pick my size, and then after that I'm gonna choose the Premier League patch. And listen, I'm too old to be putting any player names on the back, so I'm just gonna get it as it is. I'm gonna click add to cart, view cart, and this is the same thing that you guys do on any website. You proceed to checkout, you fill in all your information, and then after that, coupon code Husam. When you click this coupon code, you get a 8% discount. Enjoy shopping, guys. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. Welcome to another stream. Ya Habib, be quiet. Welcome to another stream. Make sure you guys are liking the video. Make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel if you're ready to do so. Big up to every single one of you guys. We are here. You get me, after another Liverpool defeat. Everyone else won except Man United because they already lost to Grimsby. But this whole panel won. Charlie was messaging me crying how he's shitting at the fact that they won it at the end. Like, you get me, so he was scared.
Why are we lying less than 2 minutes into the thing?
How am I lying? Shall I pull up what you messaged me?
No.
Charlie, he's got too much energy for where his team is right now.
Bro, he doesn't realize that his team's lost 6 games in the last 7.
Down, Sam, look down and start talking. Do your slow intro so I can get on to you. Hurry up.
This is Charlie's message, yeah?
No, hold on a second. I did say that I was a bit...
We almost fucked it. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah, we did. We did.
So am I a liar then, or am I a truth speaker? Thank you.
No, anyway. But you said I was worried about it. I was at the end. I was worried.
You said we almost fucked it. I couldn't believe it. It's the same thing as worried.
Yeah, and then you, instead of responding to my message to you, all you told me was, let me just bring it up now.
Liverpool lost. My telephone gets abused, Habibi. My grandfather is calling me, telling me to hold. Khalas, man. I've been getting abused for the last month.
Yeah, guys, if you haven't been watching Husam's content recently, I think I've seen this guy in the lowest depths of the mud. I don't think I've ever seen someone do what he was doing yesterday. Guys, guys, you know what he was doing, yeah? He was saying swear words and saying things in different languages to his chat one by one. Like in Russian, he was saying something. In Arabic, he was saying something. In French, he was just saying bad words in different languages. I couldn't believe my eyes. I'm thinking this guy needs a psychological evaluation. He was singing, bro. He was singing on the stream.
Bro, Sam, are you calling for Steven Gerrard like I've seen some Liverpool fans doing?
Hey, that's Callum. You work with Callum later. You cook him. That's not on me.
I'm just. You're representing Liverpool today. I'm just asking if that's a common.
Fine. We'll get to the questions part.
First of all, okay.
160 people in the building already. We haven't even started the stream. Make sure you guys are slapping that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribing. Also, all the links are in the description. Every single link is in the description. You can find Charlie's channel. You can find LB's channel, Saf's channel, even though they're not here. And you can also find Martin at a Mancunian way. And you can also find KJ on the Football Terrace and the Football Terrace clips. Everything will be in the description literally in like 10 seconds. So just bear with me, guys. Please like and subscribe. And Charlie, go ahead. I'll let you start off the Liverpool part of things. Might as well.
Well, I mean, where do we start, really? Do we start with Brentford? Do we start with Crystal Palace last night? Do we start with your manager's pathetic excuses that, I made 2 subs and I had 6 teenagers on the pitch? Brother, you picked that bench. You put the school kids on the bench. We had the big boys on the bench. Arsenal had the big boys on the bench. I'm sure City had the big boys on the bench as well. And your manager's broken the British transfer record twice in one window, spent 450 million quid, and then he's moaning that he's got a few teenagers on the pitch after he made 2 subs when he literally filled the bench with kids. That was his choice. You played a stronger team against Southampton in the previous round than you did against Crystal Palace, who are a miles better team. And then he's coming out with saying things like that. And then he's got the audacity to say that, oh, that's what we always do in this competition. We play the young kids and we give them a chance. He's lost the plot. He's all over the place right now. And particularly when you're on a run like that, right, where you've lost so many games in a row, you need to get a win, right? And he literally put the team out there, and his selection and his bench says, I don't care about this game. I'm done with this match. I'm not bothered. And for Liverpool Football Club, it's a bit be throwing trophies away after the summer that they've had. This is big Liverpool that we're talking about. Remember what you were saying in the summer, Husam, when you were celebrating all those signings, all that money you were spending. How the tables have turned now, and now you're sitting there 6 L's in 7 games.
Yeah. Look, I think Charlie, you've summarized it well, but I feel like we need to really start.
You need to add some more. Add some more.
No.
I've set it up. Let's add some more.
Yeah. Look. I need to also understand that, guys. The reason why I'm acting the way I'm about to act is because I know Husam. I know the arrogance that this guy was doing over the summer when he was sitting there on his dusty channel every week. Talking about Gyökeres, talking about how and he was. I remember Husam used to slide his chair back. Look at how he's so close to the screen now. Old Husam to slide his chair back. Yeah. He used to do this and go. Yeah. So tell me more about why Liverpool are going to win the league. Tell me more about why the greatest team ever. Tell me why we've just signed the best players in the world. Look at us. Like, I'm so happy right now. And he was looking down on other clubs, guys. He never said it, but in his head, he was looking down on everyone else. He thought it was going to be a smooth sailing ride to the title. And he even said to me that, look what we're going to do. And he was just being arrogant, being cocky. And this is what happens when you put your neck on the line for a team that you don't believe in. And now, look at how the tables have turned. He's sitting there on a stream yesterday going, we need to start talking about slot out. So how dare you sit there and talk about slot out? How dare you even speak about slot after you were comparing him to the best managers in the world 2 months ago? How dare you talk about slot out when you were saying he was the best manager since sliced bread? How dare you say slot out when he's only the second manager to have won you a league title in the last 30 years? How dare you sit there and say slot out? You can't take responsibility, and you don't want to put any blame on those players, because in your head we have the players. Slot's playing the wrong system. And he even said yesterday, how dare Slot go and pick youngsters when we're already in turmoil and drag them into this? So I don't understand. So what? So you think players are robots? He's just meant to play his full team every single week. You got a game on Wednesday against Frankfurt, a game on a weekend, and you want him to play those same players again 3 days later.
But you know what's interesting as well?
Stop. No, hold on. I need to land. Stop putting all the blame on these on the manager. Have some shame. Pipe down. Munch your little chocolate bar. Yeah, and understand that you guys aren't the boys you think you were. You guys, before you were born, you were league title greats, and you won most of your league titles before you were born. Since you've been born, KG's team's been dominating the Premier League. The Premier League's been dominated in Manchester by City and United and Arsenal, actually, because we've won more league titles than you since you were born, right?
That's not
so.
True.
Okay, no, it's not true, but you know what I mean.
I've seen more majors in my lifetime.
What I'm trying to say is pipe down. You're not the Premier League. You're not okay. That's fine. You're not the Premier League champions you thought you were, and ultimately you're now suffering. You lost 4 games all season last season. You've already lost 4 this season. You guys are not going to win the league. And I remember KG and Martin. Yeah, I remember saying this on stream with LB that fraud. Yeah. I said to him, Liverpool's first 5 games, even though they've won them all, the performances have been bad. They're not going to keep this up. And LB and Husam were going, if we played bad and we won our first 5 games, imagine what's going to happen when we actually start playing good.
Well, we're still waiting for that.
Yeah, good's never going to happen. You were wrong. No, you were wrong. Isak's been a flop so far. Florian Wirtz has been shit so far. Your 2 fullbacks have been crap so far. Okay, even Van Dijk looking like a shadow of himself. But in your head, whenever a player plays bad, let's blame the manager, because in your head, everything is put on the manager. So pipe down, smoke your vape, keep singing on your channel every single week, going, "Oh, I'm gonna say hi in different
Someone
languages."
actually clipped that on TikTok and put the whistle song
Yeah,
audio
yeah.
behind.
So understand, and also, I want to say one thing to you right now. When you're sitting there on your stream singing to your Liverpool fans that are sitting there sad, don't have the cheek to come on channels and start talking about Arsenal set pieces, talking about your set piece FC. It's not sustainable. Don't worry about what's sustainable for us. Focus on your team. Focus on your manager. Get your dashboard out that you like doing and start moving positions.
Board. Yeah, when's that
your
coming
little
back?
tactics board.
Yeah.
Have some shame.
Tonight we have another crisis.
Yeah, that's fine. Don't speak about our club. We don't need you to start telling us about set pieces. Right? Have some shame. Have some, and also Liverpool are in the mud. Now I'm done cooking this fraud. Now I'm going to speak about actual football knowledge. Liverpool are playing bad at the moment. I can't really understand what's going on, because the reality is, in all seriousness, the players are not performing. They're not doing simple things right. They're misplacing passes. They're lackadaisy in defending. They're taking time to run back when teams are through. Van Dijk's being dragged, and Konate is not communicating with him that he needs to stay in his position. Sar's through for a free goal. Like, I understand tactics is a factor and the manager plays a part, but these players
Let
have
me ask you a question. Since you said you're talking about football, you're talking about individual players held accountable. Who am I supposed to hold accountable for yesterday? Well, give me football.
So I don't believe so unless you played well and you lost the game based on an individual mistake. I don't hold a single player accountable for anything. I look at a team performance, because all of you played shit. So I'm not going to sit there and say that.
No, but I'm saying, like, based on yesterday's team, who am I supposed to blame? Chiesa, Rio Gomoa,
all of them, because all of them.
Endo. Like, what are we doing here? Joe Gomez.
No, look. I'm not judging you more on.
And by the way, all of you guys put out rotated sides. Every single one of you guys put out. Rotated sides. That's fine, but guess what? You had options on the bench.
Yeah, that's your manager's fault. That's your manager's fault.
He didn't even have the serious players on the bench just in case shit hits the fan.
Yeah, that's his fault.
No, he didn't. But you know what that means, Husam, right? You know what that means. It means that Slot doesn't rate the competition. It's that simple. If he has the players,
he brought on Salah away at Brighton when we were 3-1 up in the Carabao.
Okay, no. I'm gonna address
the last round.
The thing that's making me laugh is if we won. If we, like, let's say, okay, I'm gonna give you an example. Let's say we won the last 5 games, the same 5 and 6, right? Let's say we won 5 games in a row, and Slot's like, fuck this competition, I want to focus on the league, and he played the team yesterday. No one would care. But the context is we've lost 5 games out of 6. Now it's 6 and 7, 6, 7, 6, 7. Now it's 6 and 7. So,
but Husam,
like, yesterday's game, and KJ knows this because I said it on Straight Facts. I was like, when I was asked, like, Terry asked me, like, okay, would you go with the serious team? I was like, I actually would, because some of these players lack confidence. These players lack belief. I want them to be at least, like, even play themselves into form, all this type of stuff. So I said, this is not reactionary. I've said I want him to go more serious. I said it.
Okay,
but he didn't.
But what I'm not hearing you. Yeah, go on.
Bro, at least put Ekitike on the bench, put Salah on the bench, put Gakpo on the bench, whoever. In case shit hits the fan, and it completely hit the fan, you can make 2-3 substitutions to go, like, at least we tried.
But I'm not hearing you. So when I'm watching your streams, I watch your content. I'm not hearing you hold more experienced players accountable. Like, McAllister played yesterday, and he didn't play well, in my opinion. Right? He was misplacing passes. And all I heard you talk about was Slot played the players, Slot put them through, Slot this, Slot that. So you need to be balanced in your criticism when you're discussing why something's gone wrong. But if you sit there scapegoating one person, a lot of Arsenal fans do this. They scapegoat Arteta whenever something goes wrong.
No, but I'm not scapegoating, because no matter, look, in science, when you're doing a controlled experiment, you keep all variables the same. You change one variable, and you see, do you get a different result? Now, in this Liverpool side, I have seen Wirtz not start, McAllister not start, Gravenberch not start, Salah not start, Isak not start, Ekitike not start, and we have lost in every single scenario. By definition, I need to not hold the players accountable, because when 9-10 outfield players are all playing like crap, it cannot be an individual's fault. Meaning, yesterday, even with the kids, this what shows you he's institutionalized the whole club. The actual Arne Slot penitentiary is his tactics. Yesterday, Kerkez was inverting even with Rio Gomoa. You want to know what that shows me? That shows me that Arne Slot actually believes that his tactics work. You see the bullshit that he says in the press conferences about set pieces and throw-ins and blah, blah, blah. The way that he behaved yesterday shows me that he fully believes that his tactics work, because he didn't even change it with the youngsters. Yesterday, every time Rio Gomoa had the ball, Karkas was inverting. Now the question then becomes, okay, if you had this plan, why did you ask to buy Karkas then? Why didn't you go buy an inverting fullback? It would have been made more sense to let Karkas go to Man City and then sign Ait Nouri if you want an inverted fullback that's offensive. Or at the beginning of the transfer window, sign Hinch Capie, a center back that can play over there. Makes sense. But nothing that we're doing out there on the pitch makes sense. I made this analogy on the football terrace yesterday, and KJ knows this. Even the Arsenal fans in the match reaction who wanted me cooked literally all stopped in the chat and was like, Husam's actually genuinely making a valid point here. You look at this Liverpool side, and from a tactical perspective, everything is going wrong right now, which is why I can't look at every single individual. I have to look at this Villa game. This Villa game on Saturday, given the context that you lost this Carabao Cup game as well at home to Crystal Palace in such a humiliating fashion, the pressure was massive, and now it's extra massive. So unless he changes shit around and we start performing well, it's going to be Judgment Day.
You can't put that team out in the week and then go and lose against Villa. You can't rest that many first team players and then go and lose. But mate, he's got massive problems. He's looking stressed, and he looks like he's got no idea what he's doing. Like he doesn't know what to do. And that's a major problem. So now the slot machine's not cashing out anymore, Sam, are you still backing the manager?
Yes, because
I'm seeing a lot of Liverpool fans that are losing faith in him and don't believe him anymore.
And understandably so. I'm not blaming anyone that's slot out. I'm not going like, you're not a real Liverpool fan. No. People can have their opinions. I don't like to do this whole by the way, big up to Martin, because he's actually someone who does this really well. Bro, allow people to have their opinions. Who gives a fuck? You can just disagree. You can agree regardless. You don't have to cancel people because they have a different opinion. If someone is slot out, I understand. That's fine. You have every right to be slot out. My thing is, I'm just looking at the manager that was like a tactical genius last season, and all I'm thinking about is there is no way the tactical genius has turned into a tactical dumbass. There's no way he watches what's happening on the pitch and thinks that this is okay, which is why I'm giving him to the Aston Villa game. By the Aston Villa game, we will see if we perform.
Can you not give him to the City game?
Anfield again.
Into the City game,
bro. Your next 3 games are Villa, Real Madrid,
Villa, Madrid, Man City. Yeah.
Bro, that could be.
Sam, you can't do that. Look, and I
so
agree
let's
with
say. So wait.
But you can give them time.
Objectively speaking, which, by the way, very plausible scenario.
Lose all 3.
We have lost 6 and 7, right? Villa have won 6 and 7. Let's say Villa beat us, Madrid beat us, Man City beat us. Now we're at 1 win and 10. Now what happens? Are we going to keep saying slot won us the league last year?
Didn't Pep go through something similar last year?
1 in 13, 1 in 14.
1 in 13.
Yeah,
that's Pep.
I don't know how many draws were in that run as well. Obviously, Martin would probably be able to tell us a bit more about that. But okay, look, as a United fan, this is this little 3-game win run straight away. This is the best we've had it for 2 years. So we understand the pain what Liverpool fans are going through right now. That's why I haven't really said much, because I understand that. Listen, I've been through it, so I'm not going to be the guy that's to stick it on, man, because I've got 3 little wins here and they're in the pits. It's funny to watch. I'm enjoying it, but I'm not going to go too hard. But the problem that we've got is this reminds me a little bit of Ten Hag. So Ten Hag's first season, he did well because he adapted to what he had. He had to. Then the second season come and it starts to unravel because he starts to then do what he believes is the right thing to do. I want to start implementing my system. And Arne Slot's doing the same. He admitted he adapted to Jurgen Klopp's kind of style and the players that he had. He just didn't tweak. He didn't do too much. Just tweak little things here and there, and they win the league. Now he's playing the way that he actually wants to play, and he's looking peak. It's looking dark, And maybe it's a Dutch manager thing. Maybe it's that. But Slot needs to really look at himself and be like, right, maybe I'm just wrong. And that's okay. It's okay to admit. Managers nowadays, and I include my own manager in Amarim, modern managers nowadays don't like to be wrong. They can't admit they're wrong. It's kind of like the fan bases nowadays and football content creators and football fans. No one can be wrong. So they will be on this drum of their style, their system, whatever, while losing, and then make up all these excuses just to cover the fact that, listen, they're drowning. It's okay to go back to what you're doing last season. It may not be your preferred way of playing or your preferred style, but just go back to doing what was working. Make the tweaks that you need to make, because right now, you've proven to the world that you're actually better to be a caretaker than you're actually the main guy, because you've been given 400 million to spend. Now I know all of it wasn't him. I know Liverpool structure is you got Edwards making the moves and all of that. So I'm not going to blame Slot on recruitment completely, but you've been given some of the best players in the world right now. You've been given 400 million to spend, and you're proving that you can't work with it. That's not a good look. It's not a good look.
Sam, why did he? Right. So we remember a few weeks ago we discussed you beat Frankfurt, and you're like, okay, he changed the system, he switched it up, he did something different. And look, Frankfurt obviously poor defensively, but that was one of your better performances this season. Why did he then literally go and revert to type against Brentford and do the exact same shit that has not worked at all and is useless? And why has he then repeated that for the next 2 games after getting some sort of success against Frankfurt? That to me is a manager that isn't learning from his mistakes, or is so deluded that he thinks that what he's doing is eventually going to work.
Yeah, but you know what? To add on KG's point, I think that's an excellent point actually, because sometimes it can be counterproductive when you're given too much power, especially when you don't know what you're doing. Like when you just come in and the structure is set out for you, and none of these players are your players, and there's no pressure, you can just go ahead and then just start experimenting and then just start playing how you want. Then over the summer, he's now got a massive pressure to buy his players, rebuild his team. Because remember when Slot joined, people said that Liverpool needed a rebuild. If you remember that, everyone was saying Liverpool needed a rebuild. So everyone was saying, Slot, we're not going to judge him this season. Whatever he does, he does. Summer comes, he gets his players, and next season, which is this season, he's got to kick on. And he had a very good season last season, right? And a lot of that was down to Slot tactically, and also the players were really hungry. So the reason why I tell Husam to look at the players sometime as well is because there's a lot of issues happening at Liverpool. It's not just one problem. One of the issues is the experienced players, in my opinion, like the Van Dijks and the Salahs.
Yeah, none of them played yesterday.
Bro, let me land, bro. Let me land.
None of them played yesterday.
I'm talking about the last 5 games. I'm talking about all the
yesterday's game disproves your point.
Just let me land. Let me land and understand my point. I'm not saying one issue, bro. I'm telling you what the problems are. First problem is some of the experienced players are not as motivated as I think they were once motivated. That's my genuine opinion. The Salahs and the Van Dijks, in my opinion now, have won the league. They've won it twice in the last, 3-4 years. They're now not as motivated to go and win it anymore. They're still playing for their contracts. They're playing for their salaries, but they're not playing with heart anymore. I'm not seeing the hunger and the fight from them anymore. I'm seeing laxy-daisy defending, and it's the same with Konate. It's the same with a lot of the experienced players. That's the first problem. Okay, which is not a manager. It could be a manager issue for not motivating them, but that's also an internal issue. When you're over 30 years old and you're an experienced Prem player, Salah's one of the best Premier League players of all time, you should be able to be self-motivated. And if you aren't, that's an internal issue. So that's one problem, which is the Liverpool players, the experienced ones, because Husam's going to say yesterday. The second issue is that the new players that Slot signed are not integrated with the team well. The Isaks, the Kirkezes, the Frimpongs, there's not an alignment on how we should be playing. And if there is an alignment, it's not working. So that I can blame on the manager, which I'm giving Husam leeway for. That's a tactical problem because you've got a bunch of new players who are not settled. They're mixed with the experienced players and it's not clicking. Right? There's no more Trent to give Salah the over the tops. Frimpong likes to overlap. There's a lot of issues there. That's problem number 2, which is players not being integrated that are fresh into the Premier League. Problem number 3 is Slot and his inability to understand and change his tactics for each game, similar to what Charlie just said. They played yesterday, he played the exact same way. So this is why I'm saying, when you're looking at objective problems, and again, KG knows this, because at Man United for a long time, there was issues. And trust me, it was never just a manager problem, because they went through 3 managers and the problems were still there.
And it's still there now.
It's still there now. There was an owner issue. There was a sporting director issue. There was a transfer issue. There was a manager issue. There was a player issue. There was a culture issue. So when teams are going wrong, what I don't like to hear is when Husam's going, I'm going to give him to Villa and then I'm Slot out. No. Sometimes it can't be Slot out. Because when Amorim lost all these games towards the first 5-6 games, I wasn't saying Amorim out because I think Amorim's a good manager. I just think there's other problems there that even though he needs criticism, you have to solve all the other issues. It's very easy to go, you're playing bad, sack the manager. It's easier to fire one person than fire 11 people. But ultimately, you have to understand objectively when it comes to football that there isn't always a singular problem. There could be multiple issues which you have to tackle one by one.
The issue is the difference between Man United's situation and Liverpool's situation is that there was so much going wrong at Man United that just sacking a manager isn't a solution. It isn't a fixable thing where it's like we're going to be fine. There's so much going wrong. But at Liverpool, and we said it for years, they have been one of the best run clubs in the league for a few years. There have been summers where you question their ambition to buy players, but overall, they run themselves well. They got their structure, they know what works, and they've won big trophies and have been competing for the last 10 something years. So it comes to a point now where like they're in such a good position where I believe they could. I'm not saying they should, but I believe they could actually be more ruthless in terms of the manager's position because you ain't got. I don't think there's an actual problem with the players. I don't think there's a culture of down and tools with the players. I think all of them are professional.
So you don't think there's a motive? Okay, so you don't think? Sorry to cut you. You don't think there's a motivation? You don't think there's a motivation issue for the more experienced players?
No, I don't think. Okay, no, you can maybe argue. You can maybe argue. Okay, maybe Salah and Dykes new contract.
But the new signings are supposed to motivate you, though. No,
the new signings come in.
One league titles down in tools, and they've got a problem in their own hands.
Yeah, exactly.
One league title.
If everything Souls is saying happened last year, it would make sense. But I'm sorry, no one can feel not motivated after signing Isak, Ektike, Verts, Frimpong, Karkas. What are we doing here?
Yeah, but Sam, does it maybe show then that actually last season you were potentially bailed out by an all-timer season from Salah, and that maybe papered over a lot of the issues that we might have been seeing?
But that's another factor. Also, yeah, I agree. You have to look at that as well, which is that it was last season. Again, when a team does well,
it's still implemented stuff in games.
Sure.
Okay. Of course, Salah was the best player in the league last season. Some would argue best player in the world last season. Slot played Diaz false 9 against Leverkusen.
Yeah.
Slot played box midfield against Manchester City. Slot played the perfect tactical system against Man United away, and then went on TV and explained everything wrong with Man United's tactics. So it's not just oh my God, Salah had an all-timer season. Salah had an all-timer season in 17-18, broke the goals record.
Would you say that you massively miss Luis Diaz in attack? And I know you don't want to hear it, Husam, but Trent is a huge miss as well. Not just like in the back line, but for what he does on the ball, he inverted into midfield. And actually, Trent allowed Salah to play much better, in my opinion. So do you think that's fair to say that you miss both those players big time, and the quality that's coming to replace them is nowhere near good enough?
I just think the revisionism on Diaz is crazy because when he was here, no one rated him like that.
No, I agree exactly, and even Trent.
And Nunes the same. Yesterday, Hamza tried to bring up Nunes. Nunes is like
Nunes. No, but Diaz. But Diaz led
ain't even the top goal scorer of the Saudi league. No, Trent, but I said we will miss him from
Nunes, who everyone laughed at.
Putting Trent in this team. By the way, if we would have Trent in this team, we would concede just as many goals. What would change? Nothing would change.
I agree.
Look, what he does
go watch the first 2 goals we conceded yesterday, and you'd see everything wrong with the midfield.
Why can I jump in it? Because everyone keeps saying the same thing, and I hear it from every fan base, from every club now. Is the manager needs to change. They're very stubborn. Blah blah blah. Every manager is stubborn.
Yeah.
In what they do. I don't know why that suddenly become breaking news to everyone. Pep's issue last season was stubbornness. Because the 1 in 14, he thought, if I keep doing it, it's going to stop. Because that's what they think. They think, all these players have got me out of these problems before. They'll do it again. It will stop. I've seen Arteta do it. I've seen it happen with numerous Chelsea managers. Amorim, everyone was, it's not working. It's not working. And everyone thinks new manager, hey, presto, here we go again. Now, I asked the question 4 weeks ago, Sam. Said, did Slot buy these players? You remember? And Jamie Phillips and others, big up, by the way, said, yes, it was him. Now, last night, when he made that quote, told me he did not make a lot of these signings. That quote last night.
but no, but sorry, Martin. I think that's a really bad narrative because again, that's giving people cop out. That's giving people cop out.
That's giving Zlatan out.
No, I'm not giving him an out.
No, yeah, I agree with that.
I'll say this genuinely right now. If I go to the supermarket right now and give all of you guys Wagyu beef, prime, and all of you attempt to make apple pie with it, is it my fault or your fault?
No. It's still Slot's fault.
I agree. It is Slot's fault. I'm not saying.
No. It's still Slot. Yeah, go on.
I don't blame the
Go on,
players. I can't blame because are you telling he changed the whole squad last night, and they were still failing.
But we know it's been a system problem for a while. But I'll go back to what Liverpool done. Right, the only signing that looks Liverpool quality is Ekitike. The other ones, it just feels like they haven't signed.
I can't agree with that because let's go back to the someone. Everyone was crapping themselves over all these signings. Liverpool going to walk away with it. Everyone was going. I wish my club had shown better ambition like that.
Agreed, but when you look at it, right, they made luxury signings. They were luxury signings. They weren't necessarily signings that were maybe right for the system or right for the way they play or right for the team. They're luxury signings, and Liverpool, unfortunately, have got too many luxury players in their team. You know, you can go on about Luis Diaz or whatever, but he was a team player and someone that suited that system to a T. They've signed luxury players that right now do not fit the system. So if you sign players that don't fit the system, as a manager, you've been given those players, whether you've had a say in it or not, you then need to change the system to get the best out of those players. Because if those players don't suit that system, then you have to change it. Don't try and fit the players into the system which doesn't suit them. We know that Isak team was built around him at Newcastle, right? If you're going to sign a Wirtz, if you're going to sign an Isak, you're going to break the transfer window twice. You best believe as a manager, you're setting up your team around both of those players because both of those players and the money spent have to be mainstays in the team. And he simply isn't doing that. So one, there's too many luxury. I think they made too many luxury signings rather than team. So
who were the luxury signings?
Yeah.
They signed but the luxury signings were that in the fundamentals of again I agree with you guys. We can't look at football as black and white, and this is why I don't like doing it with Liverpool. I don't like doing it with Arsenal because some fans go, okay, Arteta's been in management for this long, hasn't won this much, he needs to go. Same with Liverpool now. I'm not going to sit there and go, okay, they won the league last year. Oh yes, they lost Trent, but they retained Van Dijk, retained Salah, retained most of their best players, and then signed probably one of the best 10s in the world, signed probably the best striker in the world, signed one of the best left backs in the Premier League last season. They signed some of the best players in their positions. Theoretically, that should mean you win a league, you sign 3-4 world-class players, you should now win the league again, probably better, and win more than just the league, win the league and the champs. So when that doesn't happen, and now it's gone from them winning the league, enhancing their squad with the best players, spending the most money in world football, and then losing 6 out of 7 games, that's a very worrying sign. That is, and that could be a sackable offense, even if the players weren't yours. Because ultimately, no. Look, I think we have to look at that objectively. Like ultimately, like we can't look. Managers have high pressure roles. Managers don't have 10-year contracts. Managers get their contracts renewed, right? So ultimately, Slot, even if none of the players were Slot's players, Martin, even if none of them were Slot's players, Slot still has a duty as a manager with the players he's got to win to go and win the Premier League.
Yeah, I hear that. My point is, though, everyone does this. Spend a lot. This money argument annoys me because if people won leagues over money, KJ and Charlie will be sat here with numerous league titles, numerous Champions Leagues, and God knows what. United have spent a couple of bill to what? Finish 15th. By the way, that's not a dig, KJ. I mean,
no, it's fact.
This money thing is the biggest load of waffle I've ever heard. It's not 1995 anymore where the rich win.
Everyone spends money.
So Martin, you're saying that, and just to understand if I'm clear, you're saying that money spent doesn't always equal success.
No, doesn't.
Okay, and I agree with that. And the evidence of that is Arsenal, it's Chelsea, it's United, it's teams that have spent hundreds of millions of pounds and haven't won. So I agree with that. But still, you can't defy what logic is. Logic is that if somebody is good, like a fast car is going to be worth more money than a slow car. A better player is going to be worth more money than a player who isn't as good. It's that simple. Florian Wirtz is going to be worth more than signing Mateus Nunes, for example, even though they both play in the same position as an example. So when you spend money on the best quality players, they're expensive, Martin, because they're good and they've been good at previous
How
clubs.
much is Ryan Churchill?
But the thing is, I want to quickly add, but add something to it.
Right.
With that example, a Lamborghini will be better. Is more expensive and is considered better than, I don't know, a Ford pickup truck, right?
Yeah.
But when you ask a Lamborghini to haul a trailer on the back of it, what is going to perform better, the truck or the Lamborghini?
The truck.
Why is that? Not because of the money spent, because the role and the function of said vehicle. So
in this context, who's the Lamborghini in the Liverpool team, and who are they carrying?
In my context, I'm saying these players. Yes, you have. Okay, let's take Kirkes for example. You have Kirkes, really good left back. He's one of the best. You're now starting to ask him to do things he ain't made to do, and that's where the issue lies. Like, the money spent was fine. I don't think there was any issue with the money spent. It's now what you're asking these things to do, and there's the problem. You've got Mo Salah. You've already had him. It's your most favorite car that you've got. Now you've bought a speedster and a motorcycle in what you call it, in Frimpong, and you want them to do you want both of them to do the same thing. They want to do the same thing, which is go really fast, but they can't. You can't have both of them do the same thing on that wing, and now there's a balance issue now. And I think this is where the issue lies, where it comes to money versus profile. It's the money being spent is what you're going to need to spend. Like, it's football, modern football. It is what it is. But if you misprofile your players, if you buy the most expensive parts for the wrong job, then it's always going to collapse. So that's where I think Martin's correct. In
the transfer window, everyone goes, you sat down 10 fans and said, who would you like to sign? Give me your all-time players. It'll be the same names. They'll all go Yamal. They'll go Vinny Jr. They'll name them all. No one will actually sit and ask the question, do they fit into the actual squad for that manager?
But the problem is, though, Martin, if a Chelsea fan, if we gave Yamal, Vinny, and Mbappe all to Chelsea and Chelsea didn't do well, the manager would go immediately, or he'd be sacked, because it would never be the player.
But that's literally our point, though.
This is why
now objectively, Liverpool can't sign Yamal, Vinicius, blah blah blah. But our version of that is Isak, Ekitike, Wirtz, Frimpong, Kirkes.
But Husam, how long, genuinely, right?
That doesn't make any sense, because just one second,
because you're missing the point. Yesterday, we're talking about Lamborghinis, right?
I don't think it's that.
Yesterday, everyone on the pitch was a Fiat. Just a Toyota, you get me? Just your average car.
McAllister's definitely not a
Toyota. McAllister's a Toyota, yeah. What's fair?
Andy Robertson, Premier League winner.
You naming the one.
Other than McAllister, all of them are either fringe players or blah blah blah. I'm gonna show you the second goal we conceded, and we have a Liverpool crisis meeting tonight at 11.
Do you want to get your highlight out, circle a few players?
We're gonna go more into depth,
why are you showing us this?
Souls, can you let me talk, bro?
this guy thinks you work for Sky Sports.
This is one day, fucking Thursday afternoon.
Just watch the second goal right here, and you will see. By the way, Martin and Charlie and KJ, because they're not disingenuous, they'll tell you I've been speaking about this donut hole forever. Watch just how easy it is, and tell me this issue is not systematic. Watch this. First of all, look at the positioning of the players here. Look where McAllister is. Look where Endo is. Look where Trenioni is. Okay? Now, what will happen on the weekend is that's going to be Szoboszlai, Jones, and Florian Wirtz. Same exact thing. They've been institutionalized to do it. Right? So look how easy it is. Now, look at the gaping hole that I've spoken about 100 times. Watch. You see this gaping hole right here? And McAllister is rushing back, trying to get back. So he's like, I don't want to get scapegoated by Souls. I don't want to get scapegoated. So he's trying to rush back to get into position.
It's a simple triangle.
But it's exact. It's the simpleness.
Simple triangle.
And that's it. Imagine Like, so when I say it's systematic, I'm actually not scapegoating Slot because I'm not Slot out. Like, say this to someone who's Slot out. I'm saying, as things stand, every single player that you guys want to hold accountable has been dropped or has been injured or has been rotated at some point this season. Gravenberch was injured. McAllister was dropped. Soboslai was dropped. Salah was dropped. Every single player in this team. And these issues persist. And the fact that this happened yesterday with the youngsters shows me that he actually believes that this is going to work. The example KJ gave about Karkas is the most perfect one. Karkas is coming under a lot of heat from the Liverpool fan base, but I'm defending him. And people in the chat will tell you, I've actually been defending Karkas. I've been on platforms saying, lay off Karkas, it's the system. Yesterday, once again, Riego Moa gets the ball down the left-hand side and Karkas is inverting. Who the hell asks Karkas to invert? How is this logical? The reason why Milos Kerkez was in Premier League Team of the Season last year is because he was an overlapping, up and down, energetic fullback. The whole league season for Bournemouth, up, down, crossing, blah, 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 get back, tackle, etc. We have removed his biggest strength.
So that goes to show then, Husam, that you've signed players that do not suit the way that Slot wants to play.
Yeah, but the way that Slot wants to play is wrong.
No, but
actually doesn't suit any of the players.
No, I appreciate that, right? But last season, right, he played in a certain way or whatever, and this season I don't know what he's doing, but he's obviously trying to play in the same way with players that don't suit playing that way. Surely, right, when you sign the profile of players that were signed, you need to play the way that gets the best out of your signings, and he simply is not doing that. So that I get it. Look,
and that's why he has until Saturday for me.
But what difference does that make though, bro? Like you've lost 6 of your last 7 games. If you've got question marks about Slot, how is suddenly maybe one win against Villa suddenly going to be like, oh, everything's fine, we'll forget about it?
No, it's not just about the win. It's way more important than that. It's performance. If we play against Villa and we draw 0-0 or 1-1, but we don't concede a million chances, we are in control of the game. Karkas isn't inverting the whole game. Conor Bradley's positioning, the positioning of the DMs, we're building up in a smart, intelligent way. I'm looking at performance. If we perform unbelievably well this Saturday and we lose to like a 1-0 goal, I'm not going to turn. I'm going to go like, okay, wait.
But something's happening. Though. You need a result regardless. Like
I understand what you're saying, but performances lead to sustainable results.
Yeah, they do. But I get it. You want performances, and that is correct. But right now, when you're on the run that you're in, bro, you need to win any way you can possibly get it, just to relieve the pressure and get some points back on the board. But like you say that, obviously, I'm not asking you to turn against the manager. I'm not really asking whether you're slot in or out or whatever. But there is a very feasible situation where you could lose the next 3 games: Villa, Real Madrid, and Man City. You then go into that November international break, and there will inevitably
he won't keep his job though.
I think
that's what I'm asking. That's what I'm asking you.
FSG will sack him.
Yeah, if you lost your next 3 games, right? You think he's gone in November break?
I don't think he will. I think
the next 3 games. Slot is gone.
I think if he loses the next 3 games, he should.
They have to protect their assets purely.
And then what happens? And then
what's the plan? He thinks that Husam thinks that they just sack managers. And just no, bro. People know. Charlie. Football is a lot more complex than that. The owners sit down and understand what's the plan, what's the plan B, what's the plan C. They're probably already thinking about plan B and plan C. They're already thinking about it. They're not going to execute it. But look, for me, I've said it at the start, and I agree with Martin's point. I even look at Husam's point and I see, you know what, maybe Slot tactically is not performing well when it comes to leaving the holes in the middle and stuff. But I just think that there is a lot of factors as to why things can go wrong. And I agree with you. Just because there's many factors, it doesn't mean that you have to leave Slot there. If Slot is inevitably the wrong man for the job, then sack him. You've dealt with one of the 3 issues that's happening. But ultimately, I think that he's a Premier League winner. He's won Liverpool a Premier League title, which we cannot overlook. Like, I really want to hone this down. Winning a Prem title is not easy. That's why United and Arsenal haven't won it in God knows how many years, right? So I'm saying that it's tough to win. So you get some credit in the bank as a manager when you win a Premier League title. So when you win a Premier League title, people like And this is what I don't like. And I'm not trying to defend Slot here, but what I'm saying is when people win a Premier League title, they go, Salah was amazing, players were amazing. No one looks at the manager. But when things go wrong, now the manager needs to go, and I'm giving him until Villa. I think even if Liverpool lose the next 3 games, he should retain his job at least till the end of the season. And then at the end of the season, they should But let me land. And then let me land.
Matteo is a Champions League winner. Mourinho was a Premier League winner twice.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying, brother. I'm not saying
what
giving
you're saying applies to Pep, Klopp, Ferguson, people who built shit from the ground up. This doesn't apply to Arne Slot.
Yeah, but this would be
Liverpool.
Bro, but this
Jurgen Klopp, I want to make something clear. Jurgen Klopp could have finished 3rd or 4th for 5 years and still kept his job. You want to know why?
Well, he finished 5th.
Yes, exactly. And he kept his job. And by the way, I never said Klopp out. Why? And by the way, just same way, Martin didn't say Pep out. 1 win in 13, yes, but Martin wasn't Pep out. Why? Because Pep is not just credit in the bank. Pep is the bank itself. Yeah. There's a difference when it comes to this conversation. The reason why I say, first of all, let me just put you in on the information. We said this on Straight Facts yesterday. They were speaking to Arne Slot about a contract and they halted contract talks. Number one, keep this in mind. So I wanted to extend his contract, but it went to the shit so badly that I stopped speaking about contract extension. Number two, yes, I'm only Husam.
But that's because though, it's probably
I know for a fact that Liverpool have a plan B ready. Sure, there is a plan B ready at Liverpool Football Club.
Who's plan B? It better not be Steven Gerrard.
The third thing is purely American owner perspective and money perspective.
Yes, I agree. Yeah,
everyone knows this. Never fuck with an American owner's
money. They're gonna ditch you.
Never fuck with their money. Never fuck with their assets. Meaning, let's say everyone's been critiquing Mo this season, right? Mo's been shit and Mo Salah blah blah fell off. No problem. Let's say we want to sell him this summer. If this performances continue, instead of getting 60 million from Saudi, I'm going to get 20 million. Florian Wirtz's market value right now is 30 million. Isak's market value now is 60, 70 million. All the assets are depreciating. So even from a purely monetarily perspective, it doesn't make sense to keep Slot because the assets are depreciating. So I've given you 3 objective reasons.
Yeah, so you sack Slot, you bring in Areola. What is then the target for Liverpool Football Club for the season? Because obviously targets will change with the new evidence that's provided.
It'll be Champions
League. We bring in Areola. We establish the new system. We establish the new style. We figure out the style with the players that we have because these players can all perform well together.
And he may not want, by the way. He may not want.
By the way, Areola played a fucking Kluivert in the 10. What are we doing here? Like this guy has cooked with. By the way, I just want to say one thing about this whole, because people have also brought up this whole thing of like Liverpool have bought too many players. Sunderland are 3rd. They bought 14 players in the summer. Bournemouth are 2nd. They lost both their centre backs and bought 7 new players in the summer.
So what you're doing now, so what you're telling me is you're going to do a Southampton from a few years ago. You're going to go back to the South Coast. Instead of taking out a Southampton squad, this time, you're going to take half of Bournemouth, you're going to take the whole of Bournemouth's left-hand side, plus their manager. You took the left back, you want the left winger, now you want the manager. Have you got an obsession with the South Coast, you lot up there?
No, it's not a South Coast thing. It's a matter of, like, look, objectively, Martin, you know me. I didn't turn on Slot yet. I just want him to fix it. But at some point in time, the job will become untenable. There is no way he loses the next 3 games.
I agree. I think a Carabao Cup game, when, let's be honest, he played a couple of steady eddies and McAllister, but I don't want to say he threw the game, but he kind of threw the game.
Oh, he
was tested.
He did.
I think he was taking all of his big guns out of the spotlight. And by the way, it won't spend because Pep did this last year. Pep came out with a quote, and he said, "I took all the pressure off my players and I put it on me. I will take all the blame." And I think Slot did that last night. Now, what didn't help is young Nallo got a red card, which is the worst thing you want to happen as a young 18-year-old gets a red card in that type of game. It's a difficult one because you are I'm seeing a lot of similarities to us last season. You're now in a run.
Way worse.
I'm not sure. 1 in 14 is not great.
Injury excuse. We don't even have a major injury, Martin. That's what makes this fucked up. We don't even have a major injury. Our injury is Giovanni Leone.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we doing here? It's not like we have a major injury or something. It's not like Slot has won 4 leagues in a row. What are we doing, bro? Like, that's the reality of the situation. I was defending. Me and Martin were on streams together, and I was defending Pep Guardiola publicly. I was defending the opposition manager.
There's only me and you doing it. Everyone else was like,
but why? Because I'm a logical person.
Yeah,
but I'm sorry, Slot ain't Pep, and Rodri ain't out till the end of the season. So what are we doing here?
But I'd still be so surprised, right? I know, like, you can't, when you've won the league and you've done the window you've had, you can't obviously have a run of results like you've had, and you did lose the next 3. Then obviously that would significantly change things. I'd still be very surprised, right? Because Sam, you know better than me, but I don't look at Liverpool as a sort of club to back a manager of that much money in a window who's won the league the previous season and then pull the plug on him halfway through the next season. I don't get.
It's never gonna. But Charlie, it's never gonna happen. By the way,
it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, bro.
Okay, you said you.
We don't understand. We're looking at fans' opinions here.
Let me just answer that point, Souls. Liverpool always give managers chances.
They always go on top. Yeah.
Every manager at Liverpool has gotten a chance, but our club changed this summer. Have you ever seen Liverpool spend 450 million?
No, but you spent no money the previous summer. So
plus, by the way, which has been majorly overlooked.
You've never done this ever before in my whole lifetime. This summer, we became the club that spends the most money and broke the biggest transfer record twice. And actually, they sacked Brendan Rodgers after 10 games in the next season after giving him like 70, 80 million to spend. When we bought like Ings and blah, blah, blah. Now, forget whether they were good or not, but we did spend a lot of money considerably at the time, and they sacked Rodgers. So they're capable of doing this. Our club aura and mindset changed in the summer. We went from sell to buy to we're going to buy. And by the way, people are always doing hindsight conversations. You didn't need both Isak and Ekitike. Isak was the ready-made striker, and Ekitike was the project signing. So how did we not need both of them? We needed both of them. No one would have thought that Ekitike would perform better than Isak. And guess what?
You'd have got Isak.
We bought Ekitike alone. Let's say we bought Ekitike and Mateta for 30 million, right? Let's say we did that in the summer. Mateta was the bench option and Ekitike was the starter. So what happens 6 games into the season if Ekitike flopped as the project signing? What happens? Then what? I mean, you can sit here on our ass and go like, fuck the season off. It's done. You can't be doing that. So we signed the ready-made players, Isak and Wirtz. We signed the project signings in Ekitike. We signed a young left back who's basically a younger version of Robertson, finished in team of the season. Jeremy Frimpong, whatever you guys think of him, good fullback, whatever. So we made all these signings. And shit has hit the fan right now. So when you say we give managers chances, we do. But guess what? The club changed its aura this summer. We never spend this much money. By the way, guys, we have 920 people in here. We're not even at 200 likes yet. I need you all. I want to. Last night, close the live chat, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to check out our sponsors. Okay, Jersey.
Yeah, are you? Husam, are you gonna do super chats now or should I carry on? Because I haven't spoken.
We can do them right now. Actually, let's
super chat. Let's see what they're saying.
Let's see what they're saying before we continue this Liverpool abuse session. So yeah. Like and subscribe.
Oh, we're not talking on Cherka. I'm tired. A bit of Cherka delight.
Yeah. I agree, KG. I agree.
Yeah, I mean, where's the love for the Carabao Cup quarterfinalists?
Let me just grab these then. Pray for Jamaica, guys. We got smashed by the hurricane really bad. Big up to you, man. Prayers to all the Jamaicans.
Jamaica. I
was checking on Michelle yesterday.
Yeah, honestly, I'm big up Jamaica as well, man. Like it's terrible news. I've got friends there. I was there over the summer as well. So I was literally in Montego Bay a couple of months ago. So I'm literally shocked by everything. So prayers and hopefully that it all settles soon, man.
Yeah. I'm the same as well, and I was just checking just to double check. She told me that the western side got really affected a lot more as well.
Kingston, yeah.
So I hope you guys are really safe, man. Big up to you guys. Prayers up for Jamaica. Sam, I put the soundtrack to your singing, bro. Yesterday, big up to SR. She sent me a clip of someone on TikTok who literally put because I was singing whistle. I was like, "Can you blow the whistle, referee?" I was just like, I was losing it yesterday. I just went into a deep pits of hell, and someone just put the soundtrack. Is it you? You're a fraud if it's you, Habibi. I'm gonna do copyright infringement.
Bro, bring it up on stream. Let's see it if you've got it.
No, but I can't play it because it has the track.
Oh yeah.
It has the audio track. You tried it. Fraud. Where is Hamza? Lie or not, he cooked you. Admit it. No, but if Hamza uses lies to cook me, he doesn't cook me. Because he brought up a video from when we signed Chiesa, and I said, yo, this is the ownership fault. And
I'm not doing this. I'm not. Listen, Hamza's my boy. But when he did a 26-hour Twitter space on Liverpool signings and how scared he was, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not doing that game. 26 hours, man. Just on Liverpool.
I'm convinced. I'm convinced Hamza is a CIA agent planned for the football industry because
he talks every other club but Manchester City.
It just makes no damn sense.
Big up Hamza, man. Hamza is elite troll. But I know how to destroy all Hamza's points because I have so many receipts of him. It's crazy. Trent and Diaz were the reason Salah cooked last season. Yes, and
they were.
The reason why Ronaldo cooked is Michael Carrick, and the reason why Henry cooked is Edu. You get what else?
The reason Real Madrid cooked in that. We can
the reason why Haaland cooked is the reason why Haaland cooked is Matthias Nunes. See, we can all do this dumbass narratives. You get me? Let's not go there. Stop it.
Have you noticed how suddenly in 2025 football's now a team game and everyone's good? We're not allowed world-class players now. They've all got to be good players, but a good 11 wins the league.
It's funny because Salah cooked the whole league last season. But all of a sudden, hey, Luis Diaz has overnight he's turned into Cristiano Ronaldo just because he left Liverpool.
Like this season, you become Haaland FC. I'm like, we're just doing this now, aren't we?
Dubs in the chat for my guy Road King for dropping in the 20 piece. Oh yeah, now go subscribe to his channel as well. He says, fire Slot and hire Glasner. It's an abomination to lose at home twice. Why are you trying to console Husam? Bring me Hamza ASAP. Y'all bullied Newcastle, now enjoy the pain. Trent is smiling after y'all crucified him. First of all, on a real level, I know you're trolling here, but I think Glasner would be a horrible hire for Liverpool.
100%.
Horrible hire. It would be the equivalence of hiring Ange at Forest, but in reverse, like the reverse effect.
Does anyone know in 6 months the next manager is the flavor of the month?
Yeah. Oh, Sam, that's the flavor of the month now. 100%.
You can, Sam, what would you do, right, if next week Trent scores the winner at Anfield?
Habibi, I'm taking it game by game.
No, I'm just putting it out there. What happens if that? What will you be feeling if that happens? If Trent comes, he's back from injury just for this game, isn't he? He's obviously got something planned.
He will be selling the Don Husam channel to the nearest bidder.
He will, won't he? Yeah, he'll be selling.
Anyone for £1.
He'll be selling up, bro. If Trent scores at Anfield,
you disrespectful fraud. £1.
Trent scores.
If you want to buy this channel, you better bring me triple figures. You get me?
You'll be that desperate. Triple quid.
Sorry. Triple what?
Triple figures. I need
triple figures to hear you singing on live stream to your fans every couple of weeks.
No, I wouldn't be on it. I just sell him the channel.
So if I give you £100, I can buy your channel.
No, I said 6 figures.
No, you didn't. You said triple.
No, I said triple the figures that you're saying.
No, you said triple figures, bro.
Sold £100.
Yeah, listen, I'm not gonna honestly, Martin. I'll be honest with you, mate. I'm not gonna outbid you there. Take it.
£100,000.
I'm not gonna outbid you there. Take it. But listen,
don't care. LFC still favorites. 400. Arsenal fans have become the biggest pussies. What is this?
Coming from you.
Why you, bro? Why, bro? First of all, no. I'm gonna defend my boy Mohamed Fahad because first of all, he brought my name up. Big up Mohamed. Second of all,
I'll read the rest of it then. Respect
him. Don't care. LFC still favorites. Completely agree. They should be. The pressure should be all on them because they spent the most. They're the current Premier League champions. Husam's not going to understand that, and he thinks after 9 games your favorites can change and your whatever. We understand how football logic works. Liverpool are still the favorites. Should be the favorites. 400 million spent exactly. It's a factual statement. It's not an opinion. And people said Slot was better than Arteta. Another factual statement. Husam himself said it on multiple streams. Slot is better than Arteta. Husam did Leopard in the Tree. Shameless. He is shameless. He's a fraud. His channel's worth £100. This year, Cannon on the Mountain. Whatever that means. Big up souls. Inshallah we win it. Inshallah we do win it. Inshallah Arsenal win it. It's our time. But remember, guys, don't lose sight of what's going on. Everyone's trying to put pressure on Arsenal now. I see them asking Arteta on the conferences, are you guys clear favourites? It's yours to win. It's not yours to lose. Guys, don't lose sight of the goal. Game by game. We're not the current Premier League champions. We didn't spend the most money in the Premier League last season. Our manager's a fraud. Our manager's shit. He's not good enough to win the Premier League. Remember, guys, we're the horses. We're the failures. So let's not allow these guys now to put pressure on us. Let's just stay where we are. We'll stay as the failures, and when we win it, we're gonna dunk on your head.
That's not
Continue. I just get back to you. Go ahead. Why you stop talking? Go ahead. Fraud.
You know what I mean? Everything I said there, by the way, was factual. None of that was an opinion.
Big up to Captain Majid for the super chat. Big up, brother. Captain Majid is the Arabic version of Captain Subasa. If you don't know, get to know. You get me. So, yeah, big up to you guys. Listen, 900 people locked in. I appreciate and love every single one of you guys. Thank you to everyone who supports us as well. Thank you to everyone who sends a super chat. Appreciate you guys. There's going to be a Liverpool crisis meeting tonight at 11 as well. So we're running it back. Thank you guys for 64K as well. Yeah, we are in a crisis. Thank you guys for 64K.
Bro, you've had more crisis meetings than wins recently.
You're taking over LB for all these crisis meetings at the minute. You're beating LB.
Guys. I'm gonna tell you guys a joke, yeah, that I've been hearing a lot today and actually made me laugh. Guys, be careful if you're driving through Anfield these next few days, because I heard they're giving away 3 points for nothing.
That's a dad joke, and it's bummed. You should be removed from the stream for that joke right there. Put one in the chat. You want me to remove souls for 10 seconds? Anyway, I do want to move on to talk about Manchester City and Arsenal because both of them won. These are the true title contenders. You get me?
Here we go. Moving pressure on
both of them won the Carabao Cup game.
Martin, don't let him do it. Martin, we're not falling for it.
Yeah, they're trying to deflect pressure off you, bro.
I am howling that play.
Sorry, Souls, you've been outvoted. You get a 10-second timeout for that dad joke.
Okay, go on.
Hold. You want to know what Souls reminded me of when he made that joke? This is what he reminded me of.
In fourth place is me.
Why are you shaking your head at me?
You won, Jane.
Oh my god.
Enjoy.
He reminded me of that.
That is prime British television.
The whole stream up, bro, with a dad joke.
That's what everyone's going to do if Arsenal win the league. You won.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Shane. Anyway, Arsenal and Man City on a serious level. I want to actually start with KJ. Let's give someone who has nothing to do with this the microphone.
Hey. We're 3 wins on the bounce. We're in the title race as much as anyone.
Aren't you
above Liverpool?
You're above Liverpool, aren't you?
Yeah,
Man United. They're above you as well, bum.
Yeah.
What was the reason?
Yeah, they're above you. Yeah, what? Yeah, what? They're above you. You spent 2 billion. Why are you laughing? You lost to Sunderland.
No,
why are you laughing, huh?
Because I'm not a title contender this season.
I haven't won a Premier League game in 4 and I'm still above you. Bum-ass club. Hold that. Anyway.
No, I'm joking. I'm nowhere near this.
I
just
want to make something clear publicly. If Man United are actually in a title race, I'll be singing North London forever.
Oh, get out of town. Don't do
that. Fuck off.
Don't do
North London forever.
If somehow, some way that Man United is in a title race, I am an honorary Arsenal fan.
Right, then Sunderland are in a title race then.
And Spurs.
I'll be honest. One of my phrases is.
Let me actually ask KJ the question: is it Arsenal's year now, legitimately?
Before I go, you are in the title race until you're not. That's just what I believe. Like everyone's in it. At a marathon, you're not going to say someone at the start's not in the race because they're at the start point. No, until they're dead last, you say they're out of the race or not. So everyone's in it until they're not. Anyway, so is it Arsenal year? Yes, it has to be. It has to be Arsenal year. And I'm not trying to do this to put on pressure on Arsenal because I'm saying because I do believe they're good enough to win it. What I'm seeing from them this season is insane, especially from a defensive standpoint. Going through an entire month without conceding a goal is crazy. Conceding only 3... Let me just get this correct. Conceding only 3 goals in the entire season is is not normal. It's insane.
Correct.
So
Correct. Yeah.
I do think it is Arsenal's year, and I do think they'll deserve it because they're performing in a way that is efficient. Now everyone's complaining about the football's boring, they're replying set pieces, blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, are they winning games? Yes. Are they scoring more than the opposition? Yes. Are they stopping the opposition from scoring against them? Yes. So what are we doing here?
Yeah, and not only that, KG. And look, obviously, I saw Ashraf cook Husam yesterday about this whole set piece stuff. So I don't even need to bring it up anymore. Yeah, he cooked yesterday because you were just chatting shit, basically. Ashraf cooked yesterday. Everyone can see it. But anyway, Arsenal genuinely, and I'm going to start by saying this. The reason why when I say Arsenal are still not favourites for the league is because before a season, let me land. Are you going to let me land? Are you going to let me land?
Oh my God.
Are you going to let me land? Because you let KG speak. Before the season starts, everyone says who their favourites for the league is based on previous winners, based on the previous season, based on who you've signed, based on money spent, based on your manager. Again, this is logic, guys. Again, if I believed Liverpool were the favourites this season, I cannot, after 8 games, say, Arsenal are now the clear favourites. Because for me, there needs to be a considerable part of the season gone to a point where there's maybe 10 games left or maybe 15 games left where I can say, you know what? Arsenal are so far ahead, they're now the favourites. Because for me, I've seen Arsenal in this position and KG said they're good enough to win the league. We've been good enough to win the league the last 3 years. We got to within 2 points of the league at Man City. We got the season before that 5 points. So we've been nearly there for multiple years now. Do I think Arsenal can win the league? 100%. We can definitely win the league. But I still think that I need to give it a bit more time until maybe December, January time and see where everyone is in the league. Not only Liverpool, to see where City are, to see where... And it's going to sound funny. People are going to laugh at me. See where United are, who've got one of the best attacks in the league.
God.
Right? So I need to see what's happening throughout the entire season. Maybe in a couple of months' time, I will then come out and say, you know what? Now, from this position, Arsenal should win the league.
See where United are.
Bro, I'm not saying I don't care who's laughing, bro. I've never cared about... I'm talking... Bro, my opinion is my opinion. Just shut up and listen. What I'm saying is...
you give a fuck about United
in a title race. Let me speak. Let me know. Not in a title race. I didn't say title race. I'm saying I need to see where everyone is in terms of their points tally for them to say Arsenal are going to win. I'm not saying United have zero chance of winning the Premier League title. I'm just saying I need to see where everyone is. So what I'm saying is that right now, I think Liverpool are the favourites still because they were my favourites at the start. You can't change your opinion after 9-10 games. Now let me get into Arsenal. Genuinely, and KG summed it up. It's been that's fine. Abdi Has, don't let me get into Chelsea's lead and titles and how many you've won and how many we've won. Please, you're probably like we've won more. Anyway, I'm not going to get into that because Chelsea are baby boy.
I'm just putting up the comment. You don't have to respond to all of them.
No. Let me finish. Let me land. You're trying to throw me off. I know what you're doing, Husam. You're a fraud. Arsenal 3 goals conceded. I've never genuinely. It's incredible. Like I genuinely go into football games now thinking if Arsenal score a goal, everyone turn their TVs off. Genuinely turn your TV off because we're not going to lose that game. Once we score a goal, we are so compact defensively now, it's so difficult to score against us. That's whether we play Calafiori. It's whether we play Mascara. It's whether we play Ben White. It's whether we play... it doesn't matter who we play. We have 2 quality defenders in each position to a point now where genuinely we're so compact that our biggest problem, Arsenal, is can we score 1 goal or not? And if we can't, that's how we're going to drop points. It's not going to be based on our defense being open or anything like that. And that's credit to the manager. He's genuinely created a defensive beast in Arsenal. And 3 goals conceded, perfect October, result on result. It's our best start that we've had under Arteta since he's become manager of the club. And again, I don't want to be the same Arsenal fan going, oh, this is our year, because we've been saying that for the last 3 years. I think we're doing well, game by game. Let's take it game by game. Let's not allow these other teams to put pressure on us and say, oh, Arsenal now, if they bottle it, they're the biggest bottle jobs in history. I don't care. We're not listening to noise. Arsenal fans know what they need to focus on. They need to focus on taking it game by game. And now I'm going to give some worrying things about Arsenal. 17 from open play is a little bit of a worry. Yes, I understand teams play low block against us. Teams double up against us. Teams drop back against us. We're not going to create a bunch of chances. But still, we should be scoring more open play goals. Are set pieces a worry? No, because set pieces, everyone tries to do them. We're just better at everyone else than doing them. We have the best we have the best set piece takers in the league. We have the best defenders in the league at scoring those headers. So it's not reliance because we score other type of goals as well. We scored them yesterday. We scored them against West Ham. We scored them against Atletico. We scored open play goals. But being 17th is a worry. So we need to improve that, right? So genuinely, right now, everything's going well. And I'm not trying to jinx it, but everything is genuinely going well. Like yesterday we dropped a bunch of our first team players. I was slightly concerned that okay, now we've dropped our first team players. Are we still going to be as good? And we were just as good. First half, Brighton did play well, but defensively still compact, still ended up scoring 2 open play goals. And it was incredible. And honestly, just like we criticized the manager, big up the manager now. Big up Arteta for this start. And big him up for what he's created at Arsenal. And even if he leaves Arsenal, even if we don't win anything this season and he ends up leaving, he will get a top job in any other club. Why? Because he's a top-class manager. I've seen him go up against the best of the best in terms of managers, and he's outclassed most of them. I've seen him outclass Pep, Klopp, even I've seen him the Atletico Madrid manager, Real Madrid. I've seen him outclass every top team in the world, right? Because he is very good tactically, and he's a good coach. So now we need to see, can he take us across the line? Let's slow down, let's calm down, let's take it game by game. And also don't lose sight on who's around you, because City are also, I know they just lost against Villa, but they're also there. You know what I mean? Liverpool were 5 points clear 3 games ago or 4 games ago. Now, and again, everyone was saying Arsenal were finished. Sack Arteta, we have no chance of winning the league. Who remembers that, guys? So let's not turn around now and get too gassed. Let's slow down, calm down.
Was Saad saying that?
No, but don't quote banter fans. I don't care about what Saad says. I'm talking about. No. I'm talking about Arsenal. 4 games ago, everyone was saying we're 5 points behind Liverpool and we were finished. And now it's going to be a mountain to climb. I remember even having personal conversations with Arsenal fans, them saying, "Oh, now Liverpool have to lose 3 games in a row for us to even be above them," and it ended up happening. So what if Arsenal go and lose 4 or 5 games in a row? What happens if you know what I mean? Then what happens? Then everyone's turning. So let's not sit here and start saying, I'm never going to be that fan that comes on saying, we're going to win the league this season. Watch now, we're going to win the... No, calm down, game by game. I know Arsenal. I know logic. I know that we've been beat many times in games we should have won. When you've been in 3 title races in a row and you've lost 2 of them, you learn how to be humble and you learn how to wait. So let's keep going.
AKA, I have PTSD.
Yes, correct. And I'm always going to have PTSD until we win a Premier League title. So let's now wait until.
Let me ask Martin. Martin, is the shark smelling blood, or you still worried?
No, the shark's dead. We're not very good anymore. We've got no squad depth. I will never say. No, seriously. I'm not going to go on last night. Carabao Cup last night is last night. It was nice to see Cherky back. Mamouche.
Why you want to talk about Swansea so badly? You did this even on Tuesday. Why do you care about Swansea so much?
I don't want to talk. No.
Is it going to teach you anything about the squad you didn't know already?
Yeah, no, it did.
What did it
Cherky
teach you?
Mamouche, because I got told the other day that we had no other goal scorers. We had no one who put the ball in the onion bag.
Do it in the league, mate. Do it in the league. In the league. That's what there is.
Just come back from injury.
Yeah, it's true. They needed the start.
They've just come back from injury.
Yeah, no.
Cherky's had 9 weeks out injured.
Yeah. This Sunday at home, you play Bournemouth. Very tough fixture.
And I would. Do you know what was really exciting? The only thing I know, again, I agree with Swansea, so it's why I'm not going to jump all over it.
Yeah.
But what was really exciting was
team as well. So that's not a guaranteed win.
Yeah. A combination of having that combo last night of Mamouche, Cherky, and Foden looked very, very slick. Very, very slick between the 3 of them. They were moving the ball nicely. It was quick. It was getting in behind. And we were finding the little gaps again. And this is why I've always said about this plan B. When everyone says, oh, without Haaland, you've no plan B. You know this, you know that. You don't know until Haaland's not there. Pep Guardiola is not a stupid man. He's not a stupid manager. Of course he's going to have options. I think Cherky, again, you are totally right. Bournemouth is going to be very hard. If we can get through Bournemouth and Liverpool with 2 wins, with 2 W's, then we are. Then for me, and I know a lot of Arsenal fans will disagree, I think we will go on and win the title. Because I actually think our squad's not as bad as... I think our squad's a lot deeper than people believe it is.
I agree.
I think people have underestimated how deep our squad is sometimes. I really do. Because I think they look at Doku, and I get it, because I think when you don't see them and you don't hear them and you do forget about them, many had forgotten about Mamouche. People had forgotten about Cherka. By the way, there's not enough being said about Nico G at the minute, who has proved me 1,000% wrong right now. Having Rodri not there, he's not as glaring miss anymore as what it was last season. Nico G's absolutely slotted into that role and looks so good at doing it now. And maybe, and this is why I am a component of giving people time, because for 6 months, I thought Nico G was going to be a bit of a flop. Thought he was going to be a flop. And listen, he's proved me wrong. I hold my hands up. And he looks so comfortable in that role now. So for me, I am excited about it, and we'll see. But listen, Arsenal are the favourites right now. They're doing very well. They've got an unbelievable
massive favourites
defence. I'm not going to downtrodden that, but we'll see. You know, City we will sit in the shadows and we'll wait.
Yeah, and I have to.
I'll be honest with you guys. Jokes aside, I've accepted Arsenal winning the league this season. I fully accepted.
That's fine. That's these guys. What you're about to. No. Okay, I'm gonna say.
Relax. Let me speak.
I'm gonna stay quiet. I'm gonna say
what you're about to hear is cope, guys. What you're about to hear is copium. Go on. Do your copium. Go on.
How's he crying when I said Arsenal are going to win the league?
No, because I know what you're doing, copium. I've accepted it. So
what am I doing?
By the end of the season, I'm going to accept it from
now. What am I doing? I'm not doing any copium.
How am I
saying any of that? How am I saying any of that?
I'll tell you why. It's very simple logic. If I say someone's going to win the league before they've won the league, I've removed pressure. If they do win the league, I said it early anyway. So no one can banter you. I know what you're trying to do.
I removed pressure by saying that I might be slot out this Saturday. How's that removing pressure? That's the biggest form of pressure. So be quiet. As I was saying, I've accepted Arsenal are going to win the league. Their defense is too strong. Conceding 3 goals in 9 games is the most sustainable thing. Whether I rate the set pieces or not, I've already made my opinion clear on that. I don't think set pieces are sustainable. I didn't think they're sustainable for my own club. I don't think they're sustainable for anyone. The number is going to go down from 50% to like 20 to 30%, and everything go back to normal. So I do believe that they do need to create more chances for Gyökeres, because when you sign Gyökeres in the summer, he's a goal scorer. We know he's not like some Joga Bonito guy. He's a goal scorer. Create him chances and he score goals. Very simple with Gyökeres. He's a goal scorer, very good goal scorer as well. So you put him through on goal and he'll score you goals, which I think is the job that he was signed to do. But their defense is too strong. That's why I believe that they're going to win the league. They don't allow the opposition to have any chances. Therefore, putting them in a position that all they need is one chance to win a game.
Yeah,
that's it.
And guys,
so they're conceding. Wait. So they're conceding 3 goals in 9 games and conceding 5 big chances in 9 games is something that we can't just push to the side. Like it's their defense is impenetrable at the moment, and they don't look any worse with Mosquera. Like, I get it. Everyone rates Saliba. I rate Saliba. But me personally, the only time, if I was an Arsenal fan, I'd be worried is if Gabriel was injured.
Yeah.
I've been doing Gabriel prop for 2 years now. I've announced, in my opinion, for the last 2 year, I think Gabriel's better than Saliba. I think Gabriel's world class. I haven't changed my opinion.
That the other week, isn't it?
I think he's the best. I think he's unbelievable, Gabriel. And I think he's the one that makes the biggest difference to them. So if anything happened to him, that's when, God forbid, that's when I will say, okay, Arsenal might struggle here a little bit. But I think Mosquera coming on for Saliba, they should be fine from a defensive perspective. Like, that doesn't change much for me.
Yeah. No, look, I think we like going into the players. Like, I think it's a team effort, because yes, our defense is compact, but we're not just going into games defending for our lives and scoring 1 goal, because we are dominating possession. Most of the games we play, we dominate possession. That's a lot on the midfield as well. We've got world-class midfielders. Rice is absolutely unbelievable. The way he controls the game with Zubimendi, his set pieces. Every player in that Arsenal team plays a key role, right? Timber yesterday, like for that second goal against Brighton, came on, literally ran the entire pitch by himself, bodying everyone around him.
slotted it through to Nas, and then obviously back to Saka, who then scored. But it's like, I think our two most important players in our team right now are Gabriel and Timber. I just think those two players are absolutely unbelievable, genuinely. Like Timber now, I rarely see him get bodied. Offensively, defensively, and I was arguing with Charlie and Husam and LB a couple of weeks ago, and they were like, "Oh, Reece James is better." We have to put that argument to bed now. Reece James is the best right back in the league, second best right back in the Timber is the best right back in the league, second best right back in the world after Hakimi, and I genuinely think it's hard to even argue that. He's at every game he's dropping 9 out of 10. Even he came on against Brighton for 15-20 minutes and was probably one of our best defenders just in that small cameo. Like he's too overpowered, he's too consistent. Like, you know what I mean? Coming back from an ACL injury. And again, Gabriel, what more can I say about him? Scores goals, defends, fast, leader, on the pitch, off the ball, on the ball, everything. He's absolutely incredible. And yes, in my opinion, he is now our best centre-back, and he has been for the last 2 years. As a player overall, do I think he's better than Saliba? No. I still think Saliba overall is our best centre-back, because when you look at his attributes, Saliba is just incredible. But it's tit for tat. They're both world class, and that's why we have the best centre back partnership in the world. And yeah, look, we're gonna need everyone. We're gonna need everyone. And the positive is now we've got Odegaard coming back. We've got Havertz coming back next month. We've got Jesus coming back hopefully in January. Our biggest downfall if we lose this is going to be the manager. If he needs to continue playing offensive football, he needs to not.
But why does everyone say that though? Why is it?
I'll tell you why. Because every time Arsenal have lost a game, it's because the manager has.
Hold that, you hid after Sunderland, you fraud. You hid after Sunderland, you fraud, you Chelsea bum. Go ahead, Souls.
I'm just listening to Real Madrid. Sorry, to the Arsenal section. Sorry.
Yeah, I'm just like. No, good joke, Martin. Good joke.
Just every player you name, he's got real class behind it.
Yeah, that's fine. My definition. Listen. For all you, I don't care. Listen. Look, I'm not gonna hear chat from a Chelsea fan, bro. Half your team are scrubs.
He's a City fan.
Okay. So now I've got.
Now you're quiet. Now, hold on.
I'm going down a little bit now. Hold on. I want to say one thing. No. Do you know why? Because Chelsea, because big up City, see our top team. I can't say anything about them. Listen. Listen, I want to say something. Yeah,
just proves he's really not listening to
your show. No. I'm definitely listening. I love it. I'm just honest.
Someone changed their energy that quick.
Anyway, let me land. Let me land. My definition of world class, and I'm not saying world class. I don't classify world class in periods of success. I specify world class. Every opinion of world class can change based on the season that you're in. So if you are one of the best players in the world in your position, you are world class. Timber is one of the best right backs in the world. He is world class at the moment. Saliba's one of the Saliba and Gabriel are two of one of the best centre backs in world football right now. They are world class.
Yeah, but there are positions in the world that are assholes.
Exactly, but that doesn't change the.
Wait. Name 5 best left backs in the whole world,
bro. That doesn't disprove the overall point. I know what you're trying to say. You're trying to say some positions don't. No. You're trying to bro. That doesn't. Let me land my point. No. Don't interrupt me. Let me land. I'm not angry. I'm just passionate. Using the angry argument never works.
Nuno Mendes. Name 4 more. Go ahead.
I don't care. Don't ask me questions. I'm not here to answer your questions.
You can't.
Listen
not
to what
every
I'm saying.
Position has world-class
some positions have less top quality than other positions. That doesn't disprove the overall point. The definition of world class should always be, and it can always change. Because in my opinion, Salah was world class last season. He was world class, probably one of the best players in the world. But if this season he had a horrible season, it's not bad to say he's not at a world class level this season. It's a factual statement.
I don't think anyone's disputing that.
Yeah, but that doesn't remove his tag though.
Exactly. But who quantifies tags, bro? No. It's not flawed because we're not here. It's form. No. It's form.
And
so my point is, you can't put tags on players when their form can always change year on year. You judge a player on how he's currently playing, not what he's done in his career. That's simple logic. Let me land. Let me finish. Wait.
No, because you're going down a rabbit hole.
I'm not going down a rabbit hole.
Cristiano Ronaldo in the Saudi league is not world class. Okay, just because Ronaldo is one of the GOATs doesn't mean he's world class.
Oh my
Ronaldo's
God.
not world class. Messi's not world class.
There is a difference. There is a difference between saying Ronaldo is one of the greatest players of all time, Salah's one of the greatest Prem players of all time, to me saying Salah's world class. If a player is performing at a world class level, and how you define that is, are you one of the best players in the world in your position? And simply being David Raya, Timber, Saliba, Gabriel, Declan Rice, and Saka are one of the best players in the top three in world football in each of their positions. So they are now classified this season as playing at a world-class level. You cannot put a world-class title on someone and then go, even if you're shit, you're still world-class because of what you did.
Would you say Semenyo's world-class then?
No.
But he's having a world-class
season. He's the best performing winger in the whole league.
He's having a world-class season.
Oh my God. If you look at Semenyo and you look at his statistics and you look at his metrics throughout in world football, because you're talking about world-class level here, you look at the competitions that he's playing in, you look at the club he's at, you look at the way he's performing. If based on those metrics, you come to a conclusion that he's one of the best performing left wingers in the world, then you can say he's playing at a world-class level this season. Simple as
the highest scoring winger in the whole Premier
League. That's fine. I use different metrics. I'm willing to agree with you. If you want us to use your metrics,
metrics to suit your players.
I'm not using metrics to suit my players. I'm using factual statements. I'm not, bro, because what competition you're in, how many goals you score, how many assists you've got, how you dominate teams, where you are in the league. All of these things are not opinions, Martin. They're facts.
So is Bournemouth a world-class team and the second in the league?
No, then, oh my God, then, okay, they're not a world-class team. But you know that, again, it's like, okay, it's like me saying, it's like, this kind of argument it's like when I say, Ronaldo hasn't, people go, Messi's better than Ronaldo because Ronaldo hasn't won a World Cup, but Andrew Schürrle's won a World Cup. People go, but Andrew Schürrle's won a World Cup. Is he better than Ronaldo? No, listen to me. It doesn't disprove the overall points. One or two things doesn't disprove the overall point. That I'm sick of people putting titles on players that because of things they've done in the past and go, they will always be world class. No, you have to perform every year. You're only as good as your last season. You're only as good as your current season. You can't live off your past. That's just simple.
I hear what you're saying, but there's not enough balance in that way of viewing it because again, we've seen players like fall off a cliff and then come and resurrect themselves and fall off a cliff and resurrect themselves. Like we've seen players go up and down seasons. Now,
Van Dijk.
Like it's for me, it has to be yes, your last season is important, but so is the next three that you have. It's about maintaining a world-class level is what makes you world-class.
Anyone can have a one-off good season. Anyone can put together one good season.
But that agrees with my point. That agrees with my
point. Make them world-class.
No, it does because if Salah was world-class last year, if Salah completely falls off a cliff,
you are totally disrespecting.
At what point? I'm not disrespecting nobody because it's the wording. Because I always say Salah's one of the greatest Premier League players of all time. So I give him in other areas, but world-class. Contextualize the season.
Sorry, Charles. I need to. This is crucial. So, how many games do you have to then determine if you're playing a world-class level? Because you're saying Salah's falling off a cliff this season. Or let's use an example. It's falling off a cliff this season. And how many games is a bit? Like what 12, 13 games in total in all comps? So is it 12 games? Is it 13 games? That's when we say, well, you're not like world-class anymore. Because what after the next 13 games, he returns back to old Salah? Is he now world-class again? Where's the? But
then you put your opinion on the line. That's the whole. Yes. That's what I was saying.
But then just use the word form and then don't give us a headache.
Okay, fine. So if you guys want to, but if you want to take it, in my opinion, to win a Premier League title.
Is Timber in world class form right now? Yes.
Let me land.
Wait.
The reason. No. You asked me a question.
Timber in world class form. Wait. Is Timber in world-class form right now? Yes.
Bro, stop. You're not a politician. No, he is. No, I don't. Bro, listen. Listen to me, yeah? To win a Premier League title in your current season, you need players playing at world-class form. I don't give a shit if Florian Wirtz was world-class last year. I don't give a shit if Isak was world-class last year. And I don't give a shit if Van Dijk and Salah were world-class last year. If they're not doing it this year, their title of world-class doesn't matter for the current Premier League season. So what's the point using it? You guys aren't using logic here. I will still give Salah his flowers and say he's one of the greatest Premier League players of all time. I'll say it, and I'll use a bunch of shit to describe him. But what I'm not going to do is I'm talking about this season. Right now, the reason why Arsenal are where they are is because most of 6-7 of their players are one of the best players in the world in their position. They're world class. They're playing at a world class level. So Martin, take Esteval, take Pedro Neto, take João Pedro, who Husam was glazing first couple of games of the season, and do something. You know what I mean? I'm not even going to say.
I'll leave it. If Erling Haaland goes 7 games and doesn't score, is he no longer world class?
That's fine. That's not what I'm saying. Again, you're not.
No,
but KG, please don't, KG, because I know you understand ball. I'm really trying to help you understand it. No, because I get worried when KG disagrees with me. When Husam does, he's a fraud. I know he's deluded.
It must be us four that are getting confused then.
No, it's not that, because what I'm saying is that I will give players for their flowers for what they've done in their histories.
Yeah.
Like the Ronaldos, like the Salah.
We're not disputing that. That's fine.
I'll give them their flowers. So just because I'm saying that Salah right now is not world class, it doesn't mean that I'm discrediting him or disrespecting him. What I'm saying is that when you're looking at a current Premier League season, this season now, no one cares about Liverpool in the last year. Look, they're flopping this season. Everyone's calling for the manager's head, calling for the players' heads. So I'm saying in this current season, to win a Premier League title, you have to have your players playing at a world-class level. Yes or no?
Yeah, he does. But
he does.
Question that I'm still waiting for an answer for is, how do you what is the game period to determine that world-class form in?
I just told you. There isn't one metric. There isn't one metric. It's not just game.
There's a problem. If there isn't one metric, then you can literally just chop and change it to wherever you suit. And that's what the people will have with your argument. Is because for them, they'll see it as, well, if there's more than one metric, then you can just switch it to whatever you want whenever you want it. You know what I mean? There has to be a single metric that everyone goes by.
No, I see your point, but there is
logic at least goes by.
That's not. But your levels wavering. It can move tomorrow.
No, okay, fine. So then to remove that, KG and Martin, to remove that, let's add form to it then. Let's add the word form then, because that will then simplify the entire conversation. But even if we put form and we say Timber is playing at world-class level right now, I still don't believe you can call people world-class based on previous seasons. So if Salah, I'm giving you an example, KG. If Salah has a stinker for the rest of the season,
Rodri world-class?
No. I want to ask KG a question. If we finish the season and Salah in this entire year flops, like plays really bad, yeah. At the end of the season, if I ask you, is Salah currently world class? What's going to be your answer?
Will be no.
My answer will be he's not playing at a world class level, but due to his previous 10 years of being world class, I am more likely to give him benefit of doubt and still call him world class. Only because
how does that make any sense? How can you
how
can you give somebody
because if we're talking about world class here? If we're talking about world class and you got a catalog of someone's career, a catalog of what they've been doing. If someone for 10 years straight has been performing at world class level and then have one bad year, but then the next year after that, they go back to world class level. So for 12 years, they have one bad season. I'm not going to sit there and say he's not world class because the data and the facts show that they are a world-class player.
That's fine, and I hear your point, and I think to
by the way, Van Dijk
hold on. To conclude,
up here.
Wait. No, because I was talking and you interrupted
Van Dijk. Before he went to the World Cup in December, Van Dijk was stinking.
He was shit, wasn't he? He was poor.
Can I just say something really quick?
He was stinky.
What stage do we get to the alien level?
Staffy, you know what? Staffy said it. You know what? Staffy, hey, listen, hold on. Big up Staffy. Big up Staffy. Big up Staffy's comment. That's hilarious. He just summarized my entire argument. So if someone was skinny for 10 years and they gain weight, are they still skinny?
Okay, but I'll tell you the difference.
Hold on. Because according to people, there's a difference between according to people, if you are skinny and you gain weight and you become fat, according to KG, because you've been skinny for 10 years, I'm still trying to.
No, but that's different.
No.
Who
come back this? Because I got it. Don't worry about that. Listen, if someone's been skinny for 10 years, and then they put on weight. Yes, they are right now. They are big, or they're chunky, or chubby, whatever you want to call it. They are that right now. But if you said to me, if you asked me,
in the world.
but if you asked me, do you believe that that person will get back to being skinny after the whole time? I would say yes.
But KG, my question to you wasn't, are they going to go back to world class? My question again, no. Sorry. To prove, prove KG's
can
point.
you relax?
Wait,
can I explain the opposite? Let me explain the opposite point of view.
I'm mid-point,
you have
bro.
to listen.
Prove
You have
KG's point.
Wait,
hold on.
because I disagree with you as well, and I disagree with
But you're
Staffy's
not letting me
dumbass. I'll
land.
tell you why. Because when you're fat or you're skinny, you're describing a physical state. Being world class is not just a physical state. Being world class is a mental state. It's a performance state, meaning you perform at a certain level for such a consistent long period of time. My definition of world class is a player that has played at a certain level for minimum 3 years. Because that shows me that you've done it over and over and over and over again.
God.
So that
I don't know why he doesn't understand.
State,
he doesn't
your physical state. That's your performance state. When you're doing to be a world class for me, like as an example, who do I think at Arsenal is world class? Gabriel, Declan Rice, Bukayo Saka.
These three, world class.
These three, I think, are world class. Why? Because they've done this for 3 years consistently. They've been unbelievable they've been at a certain level for 3 years, meaning they do it week in, week out. That's not the same as someone who's been skinny 10 years and gained weight.
Because then I could use
you can lose the weight, you can gain the weight. But being world class is a tag.
It's
like
not.
it's not like
it is.
No, it's not. It's bullshit. He's chatting crap. He's absolute. Because then I can use.
I'm actually not letting me finish.
Go on.
It's like I wouldn't compare it to being fat or being skinny. It's like being an army general and you have badges on your shirt. Like that's what I would compare it to. It has nothing to do with like your weight or anything like that. Here, I'll help you out, DB Brown. Fuck off. Anyway, as I was saying,
can you let me ramble then? Or are you gonna keep rambling?
It would be like an army general with all the badges on his shirt and everything. Like you don't just suddenly remove him from lieutenant and drag him down to like corporal or whatever.
Yeah, he has one bad month.
Sorry, guys. Do you know what? Do you know why?
You didn't shoot well this month.
Do you know why his argument is completely?
No longer
do you know why his argument is completely flawed? Because he's, as KG just said to me right now. Oh, if you use that argument, what quantifies how many games before you drop off? I can use that same argument and say, oh, who quantifies how many years you have to be playing at a top level for you to be called world class?
Is it? Husam give you that.
Husam said 3. Husam said 3. I can say 2. Someone else can say 5. Someone else can say 10. So
yes, and I accept it's a subjective definition.
Exactly. So if it's subjective, then understand what I'm saying. That the word world class is not past tense. It's current tense. It's are you world class? It's not were you before world class? Was you world class last year? Was you world class 10 years ago? Why I can't agree with KG's point is KG's saying, oh, but you can't, because he's done it the last 5 years, I'm still inclined to still say he's world class. You can't say that because the question isn't, was you good last year? Was you good 5 years ago? It is, are you world class now? The word world class is a current term.
So we're basically
are you world class?
So essentially, we're just talking about form. Is a player?
We're not talking about form. We're not talking about form. We're talking about that if you go an entire season without being at a world class level, you are not world class anymore. Was you world class last year? Yes, you was. Was you world class for the last 10 years? Yes, you was.
But can you not still be world class and have an off season? Could you not? So basically, what I'm saying is, right, if you have like hold on. If you have 3 unbelievable seasons in a row at a world class level, but then you drop off for 1 season and you're not great, are you suddenly then not world class anymore? Does that 1 poor season mean that the 3 world class seasons mean you're not world class anymore?
Sorry, these comments are making me laugh. Sorry.
Let me just grab these comments and then
someone said Sauce is narcissism. Sauce thinks he's narcissism. Knowledge.
Anyway, guys, let's get the light.
I'm definitely the opposite of a narcissist, guys. Trust me, the pure opposite.
Big up to all of you guys. Big up to everyone who supports us. Please hit the like button and subscribe right here, right now. What's your lineup prediction for Villa, guys? You never walk alone. I'll tell you the lineup from now. The same exact lineup we played against Brentford. Nothing will change. Same exact lineup. Mamardashvili, Bradley, Konate, Van Dijk, Kerkez, Gravenberch, Szoboszlai, Wirtz,
And
Salah.
you're going to hold another L.
Just tell me your predictions, guys.
You're going to lose, bro. That's the prediction.
Draw. I have some hope for Liverpool.
Yeah, I think it'll be a draw. I don't think they'll lose against Villa. I think
You're not winning. Let's put it that way. It's not going to be a win.
They could win, but I think they'll draw.
Big up to Tampa Lion, who just sends in an empty super chat just for support. Appreciate you, Tampa Lion, man. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, my brother. Big up to you. Big up for always showing love. Big up, my guy. Souls is why Arsenal fans are called delusional.
Yeah, Kelly.
To be fair, I think Souls has been pretty balanced until the world class conversation come up. But that's always going to happen because everyone's world class is different.
By the way, Souls could have just been accurate, literally, like, by the way, like 30 minutes ago.
I said add form 30 minutes ago. I said
it. If he just said Timber is in world-class form, everyone would agree. 100% he is.
But I said that. I said add form. I said add
but
form.
to call him world-class full stop, that's putting the tag
Anyway,
on.
move on.
Hold that. What is this Arsenal fan talking about? I'm losing brain cells here, man. Why are you giving
we got our car man back.
Yes, he's an Arsenal fan as well.
The dealership.
Why are you giving Salah flowers if you're not using his past?
So Shaikh Auto LLC, Mr. Dealership, I'm gonna say something to you, dealership. If I'm a millionaire for 10 years, if I'm a millionaire for 10 years, I'm rich. But if I end up going broke in a year and I have no money in my bank account, according to everyone here, I'm still rich because I was rich for the last 10 years. Anyway, carry on.
What we've just discussed basically is the difference between status and titles. Status is a constant flux, things that can change instantly. A title
then stay world-class status then.
Takes longer to take off someone. A title. It's just what it is.
World class and not one shit. Make it make sense.
Fair point.
No beta blues.
That's fine.
It's a fair point.
Thanks. And bro, if someone cooks a world class Wagyu every year, is he a world class chef? Yes or no? That is the definition of world class. Performing at the best every season.
Thank you. So if you drop off from doing it every season, you lose it. He just said performing at his best every season.
Big up to you, Ben. That's my point. I don't believe it's just best players in the world in their positions, because you look at the left backs and the right backs as an example. You look at the DMs as an example. You would stop at 2 maximum, and then it would.
No, you wouldn't. Like
if I say best left backs in the world right now, you would go.
I'll give you Nuno Mendes.
One position. He's picking the one position when it's not a lot of left backs.
I'll give you Nuno Mendes and Marc Cucurella. I couldn't give you any more.
Whoa, flip it out.
You could go Balde from Barcelona. Now 4 and 5. Who are they? Kerkez is world class. See?
Exactly. Wait, are you just letting Cucurella be in there?
Bro, I'm letting him have it for the sake of argument.
No, let's not do that, because we all know that Cucurella is up there. We all know that.
He's good. I'm not saying he's not. I wouldn't
He was up there against Sunderland as well. You can get it back because you have it in you, Souls. That's my point. You have it in you, bro.
You got shy.
Anyway, guys, we can wrap up the stream here. All the links are in the description. Blue Brother CFC. Souls doesn't have a channel, thank God. So you can find him on Cora Pod on Friday. Go subscribe to the Football Terrace and the Football Terrace Extra as well. Go subscribe to Staffy TV, subscribe to LB and Martin's channel. They're all in the description. Love every single one of you guys. Thank you guys so much for showing us love. We're also going to redirect you over to Footy Judge Mo. So go over there and just tell him Husam Raid in his chat. Love you all, and I'm going to be back for the crisis meeting at 11. Inshallah. Peace out.